cattails that you're used to.
Oh boy. Well,
I'm
that's.
sorry about your duck, Kurt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about your duck, Kurt. This is On the Stick After Dark. Hi, I'm Joe Drilling. That's Kurt telling a sad story about a duck. That's Eric expressing condolences.
That's him.
Mike doesn't.
We'll get you a new duck that's immune to car strikes.
We can rebuild it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, right. So.
As one does.
Right.
Well,
Mike, did you sign in to our collective account? Because I just got a notification on my phone that someone in Quebec logged into the Google account.
Sure did.
Could be anyone.
Yeah,
here.
could be anybody.
I was trying to make sure that people got their entertainment this evening.
I was here. So this is
what would everybody do if we didn't stream for a week?
Should I turn on DLSS? Is that a thing I should do?
I don't know.
Should we see how this game?
That game looks like
look
a
like an
fucking
N64
PlayStation 2 game. No, it looks like a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah, you
And
probably
so-
don't want DLSS. Are you going to get like 300 frames per second anyway?
Why? If I turn, I can put no limit on this frame rate. If I turn VSync
That's a
off.
different game, Joe.
That's right. I'm just turning all the settings to high because I feel like my video card can probably handle this game since, as Eric said, looks like a PS2 game. I don't think I'm going to be playing online. Blood on difficulty. We'll start with normal. Entrance guide. I want the entrance guide on. I want to know what I can do during my entrances.
Have you played this at all?
I have not. This is the first time I fired it up.
So what is it? What's the name of this game?
This is AEW Fight Forever. Clap,
Yeah.
clap, 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 clap. We'll return to the title screen to give this a proper... There you go. That's... And CM Punk was on it was on the big splash screen originally, and then all that stuff happened, and they took him off, and then they put Kenny there. So now,
But now he's back.
and now he's back. He's still in the game, so.
That's all right. Kenny Omega is a better fit in pretty much every conceivable way for being the centerpiece of your new video game than CM Punk.
That's probably true. I'm not gonna make a custom wrestler right now because that usually takes a long time. So
I don't know. You should go in there and throw one together real quick and then play the story mode.
do you have to have
my
one?
recommendation.
Do you have to have one?
I
to play
don't
the
think
story
you
mode?
have to have one, but I think it makes more sense if you do. Plus, I want to just look at that real quick.
Okay, all right.
Ryan Swayze says, "What's up on the stick?" What's up, Ryan?
What's up, Brian?
Glad to see the webcam back, and Joe has
Too bad you have to
landed
look at Joe.
in a place where things can happen.
Damn.
The zing.
I'm way too vain for that to have any effect on me.
Joe was
I
like,
bet-
"Yes, I do look beautiful."
I bet he thought that
You're
song was
welcome.
about him.
I certainly did.
But for the fact that that song was written before I was born.
Details.
She time traveled into the future.
That's right.
And
This actually looks better. I mean, I guess I'm running it on a pretty high-end rig, but this looks better than a lot of the video footage I'd seen of it so far.
yeah, it looks all right.
So,
It looks all right. They made there's been a lot of talk about it going back to the N64 roots, but because it's so clean looking, it really does. And wait till you get into the story mode. Like it's way more SmackDown Here Comes the Pain than it is like WWF No Mercy.
yeah, that's
Which is fine because that's the legacy of those games, anyways, right? Because it wasn't technically Ukes that made the N64 games. It was
right.
there was a legacy there, but it wasn't the same company necessarily. So
Was it a legacy of Kane?
it was a legacy of Aki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although it's weird, they did have to traverse like ancient Eldritch, horrific platforms in order to, and then solve puzzles in order to make wrestling games.
Sure.
So it's very similar.
Right. Did they shout "Ve Victus" all the time?
Yeah, the more that they drank the blood of the innocent, the less time they could spend out in the light. So
Yeah.
made it really tough.
That's very metal.
That game's pretty metal.
It is. I mean, when you can stand like halfway across the screen and just drain blood from somebody on the other
Can
side.
you just pick the letter C as your nickname, or
apparently you can, yeah.
'cause I didn't know if that
And
was
the
just
letter
a...
E.
Yeah, is it a divider or is it an actual thing?
It's
Del
both.
Sol, obviously, is.
Yeah,
what
you should
Yeah,
take
you can
that one.
you can
Dino
preview. You can preview it too.
Eagles, plural. You can be multiple eagles. Is that a man, or is that 5 eagles inside of a man-shaped suit? Who can tell?
It's under a
5 eagles in a trench coat, baby.
5 eagles in a leotard.
That's why they always wear a mask. So you can't see.
Is there
the
one
eagles
mask
within.
or one mask per eagle?
Yeah, there's it looks like elbow pads and knee pads and a face mask, but it's really an eagle mask at each
In
joint.
each joint, yeah.
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 So it's sort of a
Phantasmo. You should be
Yeah.
pineapple.
potato.
Potato. Yep, it's potato.
I feel like you should be the one doing this.
Well, I just wanted to throw something together,
It is
But if
something
you want to
that
make it
Eric
very,
wants to spend a lot of time doing when he plays games.
yeah. It's probably the thing that I would be most interested in this game, because I played a lot of N64 and PlayStation 2 wrestling games, and I
Same.
really don't know that I care if I play them anymore.
You're good, generally
I'm
speaking.
okay. Yeah, I'm good. It's the same way, like I played a lot of Madden back in that era, and I just have no interest or desire in playing a new.
I need to know what the miscellaneous locations are where you can be from. Another Time, Asgard, Death Valley,
Can you be
of course.
from-
Dudleyville. You can be from Dudleyville, so apparently
Okay, yeah, there you go.
that's not the Kingdom of Night.
Chroma City.
I appreciate every man's nightmare and every woman's nightmare.
Yeah, fair is fair.
Out of this world.
3 genders, every
Hollywood,
man's
California.
nightmare, every woman's nightmare, and Fairvale, California.
Yeah.
But I repeat myself.
I'm gonna be
Maybe from Truth. Is Truth or Consequences in there?
I mean, it has to be, right?
Pangea is
you
good.
You would hope. Yeah. Seasonal residences.
Yeah, you should pick that one.
Straight out of your
I was
mouth.
gonna be.
think-
I was
wasn't
gonna
MJ
be.
Announced as being from. Was that?
Well,
I can't remember.
The $1 Million Man was always announced
Oh,
as like
yeah,
making his spring residence in.
Yeah, that's the.
No, you can't be
it's
from
a-
Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
What?
Oh wait, no, wait, hang on. You'd have to be from the U.S.
You have to get through.
You choose
yeah.
U.S. and then go. So let's just make sure. ...
Wherever.
USA.
How many cities in Myanmar do they have?
I'm gonna guess not many, but one thing at a time. We have to make sure Truth or Consequences
It's in
is
Virginia. Jesus Christ. Like,
Uh huh. Is that your
That's-
favorite city?
There it is. Truth
I
or
mean, I used
Consequences,
to
New
live-
Mexico.
it's next to Fairfax and where I
Very
used
important.
to live.
Yeah.
And would not be considered a place you would say you were from.
Well, that's some wrestler is
Not
from
that it's bad, but it's
from
just
there,
like,
obviously.
There's
Yeah,
one
obviously.
city in Myanmar that you can be from. So
Myanmar
I wonder
City.
what wrestler is from there.
I don't know.
I missed it. Was Truth or Consequences there?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good. Carry on. Otherwise, stream over.
What did we say I was gonna? Oh, seasonal residences, right?
Yeah.
It's like just like the $1 Million Man. We'll start with that.
Tokyo by way of is also very funny.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Weapon of choice, boy.
I mean, a chair, obviously.
I mean, that feels like it.
Tables are good. Pizza box.
Wrench.
Football.
I mean,
Was that an ice skate?
I believe that was an ice skate. Yes. Oh no, I think it's a push. Those are thumbtack shoes.
Oh, okay. Are they exploding thumbtack shoes? They do have the exploding barbed wire match in this game.
Yeah.
the.
There are many poses.
Mhm.
And then some that I have to pay for, obviously.
Yeah, you earn all that from playing the game.
Yeah,
I think, right?
of course.
Yeah. See, Ryan Swayze says, "I heard Indiana Jones sucked. Can't say I'm surprised. I've heard like pretty
Actually, I
like
had
positive
two people
things
tell me
about
that
it."
It
Yeah,
was good, actually. From generally reliable people.
people were not very
People
happy
I
about
know
it.
who I'd consider having decent taste said
Yeah,
it was up there with the other three, quote unquote. So
the three that count.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the reviews out of I think it was Cannes, right? They played at the film festival and like the reviews were kind of bad but it's also just like extremely not the right vibe for a
Yeah,
film
that's not
festival.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna go see it this weekend. I think. It seems like it was maybe kind of a flop. It was like they spent $300 million on it, and I don't think it's made $100 million yet. So
yeah, it seems that way.
It's expensive.
yeah, I think it was like the most expensive movie that they've ever made, that Disney's ever made. I think.
But really? More expensive than
More
like
expensive.
Infinity War?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
That seems like a big gamble.
yeah.
yeah, it does.
Allison
mean-
Rogers says, "Sup, this is Joe. This is Cash and Desi."
Those are my nephews. Well, Allison is my sister, but yeah,
I was gonna
those are my
say.
nephews.
Neither of those names matches up with the name. What's up, nephews?
Yes, what's up, nephews? I don't want to mess with this stuff too much.
Yeah.
Not there. This is not a very robust creator wrestler, I gotta say. I feel like there were more face options in like No Mercy had like more face options than.
But it was just
Anyway.
like 3 polygons. So.
That's true. That is true. Well, no, it was just like a photograph of like.
Not a lot of hair.
A
huh?
guy with his dick caught in a vice.
Yes.
Oh wait, wrong game.
I've
No,
heard
it's,
that there's like
similar.
a fairly disappointing amount of
There's
customization options for some of
it's
these
really-
categories. Not many mustaches or beards, which is a
No.
real shame because if there was one thing about professional wrestling,
Where
it's that there is
professional
a
wrestling.
great variety of facial hairstyles that have been represented through the decades.
Right.
So I don't. Maybe some of that stuff will come in the DLC. No sliders, huh?
No sliders. No sliders
No body
for
hair, huh?
anything.
I feel like there should be like a couple of more options beyond that last one for body hair.
Like gorilla.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there is a guy whose literal name was Gorilla.
That's true.
That had more body hair than any of those the current
Of
slides
the
put
Fighting
together. So.
Monsoons. I don't know if that expression goes with that facial hair.
I don't think that facial hair would go much of anything because it looks really bad.
It looks really
There's
bad.
that. There is that.
I mean, you got a bit of the
I mean,
abominable snowman thing from the.
I mean,
the
I've also
Red
seen
Nose
that
Reindeer.
on a,
Yeah.
you know, on a hipster dude when I've gone to a concert. So
Yeah, there's a disappointingly low number of.
There isn't even a color
customization.
palette. You can't like make
yeah,
your own
it
colors.
seems like I mean, you should be able to
Want-
have a little ball and move it
Yeah,
around,
I love doing that.
you know what I mean?
Then you can
Yes.
adjust the saturation
Yes.
and
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That
Exactly.
seems pretty straightforward.
if you're gonna make purple tights, then I want them to be like more purple.
Wait, can
know?
you only have one, or is it each knee is separate?
Each knee is separate.
Okay, so you can mix and
Every
match.
every sperm is sacred. And
I was gonna
every
say
knee is
sperm,
separate.
and then I just paused.
No curly-toed shoes.
I didn't see the curly toed shoes. Okay. Shirts. If there's not a feather boa in here, I'm returning this game on Steam.
I want my money back.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What the hell? There's no feather boa. At least maybe I have to unlock the feather boa. Do I have to unlock
Maybe.
the feather boa?
Well, it might be. Would that be under accessory? At least they have 18 different
Or
camo
they
shirts that you
have
can
jacket. Oh wait, here we go. We've got Legion of Doom shoulder pads, so at least there's that.
wear. Capes.
Capes, but capes aren't boas, and also I have to unlock the capes. What the hell?
Well, robes. I mean,
There's a
I
robe.
want
There is a robe.
for any wrestling
No capes.
for any wrestling game. I want to be able to airbrush my
Undertaker.
own face onto my created wrestler's butt.
Yes, and I want to be able to airbrush my. I want to be able to
Again?
airbrush somebody's
Yeah.
wife's face onto the crotch.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Somebody. You know.
Depends on who you're.
Well,
depends on
preferably
who
my
you're feuding
opponent.
with,
Depends who
yeah.
you're wrestling. Yeah.
I mean, that's close enough, I guess. Oh, there are street clothes options.
That's where all the feather boas are.
Yeah, everything went into the street clothes options.
Just
Really poorly fitted shirts.
you have one that says the.
Here we go. Now we get.
Is there one with a picture of an alligator on it?
They're not yet, but hopefully at some point.
Okay.
All right. Well, now we're getting to the meat of things, which is the move. set,
Yeah, I think
so-
there's a decent amount of moves and stuff. But the just a lot of it's hard, any video game like post Dark Souls really needs to have bananas sliders that let you do all
Yes.
kinds of crazy things to your body and face.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, I always really liked the Demon Souls had a gender slider, and it just was like you either looked like on one end of the spectrum was like Vegeta, and then on the other end of the spectrum was just an extremely pale with huge eyes. It's just like generic anime girl
Gollum.
face. Kind of. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be, but it ends up looking more like Gollum. And then but you could apply that to all of your previous things, so you could make some real crazy freaks just using the it was called the gender slider, but it was really like how much do you want to look like Vegeta or do you want to look like a weird ghost version of the character you made?
What makes that a fisherman?
The hook. You're hooking the leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is more commonly referred to as a perfect plex, or But yes,
There's
hooking the leg.
Some guy.
you're-
There was one guy who did it the right way every
yes,
time.
He did it perfectly.
Yeah.
The
Flo-
flip sideways.
Fisherman
Yeah.
neckbreaker. There's a Canadian destroyer for all our Canadians.
That's right.
That's like a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks, it's one of those wrestling moves that is so ridiculous that it really looks more like the guy giving the move is the one that should be hurt more than the guy taking the move. But
Right.
It's true.
the first time I saw it, I couldn't really even process what I just watched. So when it's happening at full speed, it's kind of bonkers.
The nephews want to know how much is the game.
It's full price, right? $60, I think.
It's not full price
I
anymore.
was gonna say, how long has it been since that was full price?
I mean, just
About a
Zelda.
year.
Zelda does Zelda make it not full price? I don't know.
And there were all the PlayStation 5 games before that were like the $70 price thing was like last year with all the the big PlayStation games.
It was at launch, wasn't it?
Looking on Steam,
It's on sale on Steam. but
it's on
they're-
sale for $52.19, but normally $59.99.
They would be buying it on probably PS5 would be my guess. So I'm guessing it's $60 on PS5.
Probably.
But yeah, I think $70 has been industry standard for more than a year now.
Yeah.
Shows how many brand new AAA games I buy, huh?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember if Returnal was $70.
I think 2 years ago I bought my PS5 with Ratchet and Clank, and that was a 90 Canadian dollar, which is 70 US.
Was Demon's Souls
I would
$70?
say the only game I've paid $70 for so far was Tears of the Kingdom. That's the only $70 game I bought so far.
On Kotaku, it lists it September 28th, 2022. The era of $70 games truly begins this fall. So that's I'm gonna go with like sometime last year. God of War, Call of Duty, Gotham Knights. We're all $70. I mean, honestly, really, if you want to go back far enough, the era of the $70 games was like 1992.
Yeah, right.
Depending on how big the cartridge size was for your Genesis or Super Nintendo game.
Half and half suplex, that's some cream and some milk.
Yes.
How many arm bars are in here, Joe?
I mean, it looks like a lot. It's like
Enough to get you 1,002 moves?
1,004 holds.
The three-handled credenza in here.
Mossy three-handled family credenza? I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
You're just making shit up at this point.
I mean, that was the joke. That was literally the
Genesis
joke.
7 Super, yeah. Dean Malenko was the man of 1,000 moves, so Chris Jericho said he was the man of 1,002 moves, and then came out with a list, with like a giant, super long, like computer paper printout, and then just started listing all the moves he could do. But every other one was armbar, and then one was the Mossy three-handled family credenza.
So there was a show on Comedy Central a number of years ago. It wasn't on very long, which made us sad because it was really funny, called Chocolate News. It was David Alan Grier basically doing like a funny sort of news magazine show, but all from an African-American's perspective. But one of them was like an interview with an old school porn star. Who was like at that point, I don't know, he's supposed to be in his 60s or something, and he was talking about all the moves that he had pioneered, and at one point he's just running them down. He's like this, that, the other thing, the number 5, the number 6, the number 7 crosstown, the one that always makes us laugh, and we say every once in a while is the itchy spider. Yeah, exactly. It's like,
pass.
What the hell? I don't want to know what that is.
Jumping, spinning soul butt.
You should just call it a tiger mask kick because that's what it is.
I don't think so. He
Alex
butted him with his soul.
Zangief can take on all of these guys easy. Sure.
All right, just grab some stuff, Joe. Alex says Kentucky Stomp's more like idiot pooping. Oh.
I feel like he needs to deliver these himself if he's going to actually comment.
I don't have signature slots level 2 skill equipped. Yeah, right. Also, there's not like a thing to just like jump like several, like a full screen.
Yeah, you need to be able to hit, like a trigger and then like jump a full one at a time.
Yeah.
Grab some stuff, man. Let's get into the action.
I was gonna skip all this, and you insisted that I do it.
Well, I didn't think we were gonna sit here and go through all the moves in the
1040.
move list, right?
Well, if nothing else, I at least want to get like an accurate finisher in here.
Okay. Accurate to what?
to what I used when I was a wrestler, obviously.
All right. Listen, man, you can make it yourself on your own time.
The pink boa constrictor. Right,
I don't have
do you
finisher
guys
skill
think
2.
Capcom has been putting out the best content for games this year?
Oh,
This
This
year? I don't know about this year, but in general, they've been doing pretty well lately.
they've been on fire for the last 5 years. People seem pretty happy about that Street Fighter game. You have to ask Alex.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alex does enjoy the Street Fighter.
Yeah, Alex was really enjoying the...
He's a Street Fighting man.
But I don't know. I mean, they got what? I don't know, what else have they done? I mean, the Ghost Trick re-release just came out, but I don't think they really get credit for.
I mean, Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's pretty good.
RE4
Forgot about that already.
And
Pretty good.
Street Fighter that's a good one too.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, if we get this Zelda game and that new Mario by the end of the year, it's gonna be tough to.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see how good Exoprimal is.
Yeah, right.
From what little I played of it, it's pretty good, but good enough that I'm going to try and talk you guys into getting Game Pass when it comes out later this month.
You already talked me into it. I have Game Pass.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
There you go.
Road to Elite. Let's do this. All right, at least this diet. Non-vegetarian, vegetarian. I can't go full vegan though.
Jerk. Definitely jerk. Boom. Live video subtitles.
No. CM stands for Crooked Moonsault.
and glamour.
Before the bright lights and
Yeah.
the big stage.
Before the world championships and title reigns.
We all went through it.
I'm breathing in and breaking down. Feel my time is running out. The fire in my heart will burn.
You're talking about these graphics are pretty good.
Yeah.
All the miles.
Almost photorealistic.
Sacrifices, broken bones.
Well, no, I mean look at that hair. There's no way that's real.
Friendships, loyalties,
Resiliencies.
inhumilities have been humbling, but they have led us to this
You can't
moment.
throw a baby in real life.
Power of now. What if one opportunity
One opportunity could change your life.
would you grab it? We all want to change the world
Are you ready to take the next step?
and become legendary. It's time to shatter limitations.
It's time to
But you
reach
can't
the
punt a
stars.
baby.
And achieve the impossible.
It's true.
All this footage was from a very long time ago at this point.
Yeah, it looks like it, right?
This is all kind of early days of AEW stuff. Ryan Swayze wants to know if Ronda Rousey is still in WWE. I think
Yeah, she
she's in a
is.
tag team, right? She's a tag team
with,
champ still.
With Shayna Baszler, right?
I haven't watched any WWE stuff in a while, so
A missed call from Tony Khan and a voicemail.
this is this story. This little bit of the story mode that I saw was very. Here comes the SmackDown. Here comes the pain. That's all done in this, but you get to pick some. You get to make some like choices about what you do in each city you visit.
To,
You can like You're gonna go hang out at the cafe, or you're gonna like go work out, or you're gonna go. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you can do some sightseeing, which I'm gonna highly recommend that you pick for this first choice.
Oh my God, why am I seeing 2 Joes on stream right now?
Oh no,
All right,
it's
crazy.
impossible to tell the difference.
Mr. Monster said, "This is entertaining watching you play this
We
game."
had a goal.
After watching
the goal
your
was to
review of
put
every wrestling game
10,000
out there.
people in a building.
Thank you.
And by God, we
Has Joe
did
officially
it.
gotten to the point where he's
All
reviewed
the
every wrestling
meanwhile,
game?
No.
three of us and a
not
cast
yet.
of our bandit friends disrupted the very way that professional wrestling functioned. We
'Cause at
broke
that point, it's
all
probably
of
time
the
to shut the-
rules.
your
We were
channel down,
eventually
right?
approached by the Khan family.
Probably,
They
but
had
we
a
got a ways to
question.
go.
Do you guys really want to change the
And it gets pretty
world?
dire
We
there
said,
when they just keep
"Yep."
releasing the same,
said,
basically
"We
the
can
same game
help."
every year
Wow.
from
I'm Chris
2002
Jericho,
until
and I am all
what was it,
with
2021
All Elite
was when they
Wrestling.
Today has
when they
been my
dumped
favorite
Ukes.
first day on the job because my boss is you.
We're running May 25th in Las Vegas, Nevada at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
They showed Cody for like a second.
A promotion, a company that
Who?
welcomes all
Exactly.
kinds of talent. We don't care about
The other Rhodes, I
race
believe,
or
is prominently
gender or
featured,
sex
but-
or religion. If you're an elite
Are you
athlete,
pumped about
we
that WrestleQuest
want
game finally
you.
coming out?
I mean, it's
Joe,
like
are
a
you gonna-
turn-based RPG thing, right?
It is, yeah. But it has like literal Jake the Snake in it
That's true. It does.
and Macho Man.
Yeah.
There was a very short demo that I played that I thought was pretty cool. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna give it a look when it comes out. But it kind of seemed like it might be almost a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the Ethan Chang. They're throwing quarters in my face.
Sure.
You know. Mr. Monsono wants to know what your opinion is on AEW after 4 years. do you think?
I mean, I
do you
watch every show they put on at this point, so I mean, it's a lot. I think it's a lot better than what WWE is putting on right now, but
I don't mind splitting the cost of a pay-per-view with you and
Right,
Ethan
yeah,
every
right.
3 months. That's where I'm at with it. I think it's totally fine. I mean, I think the even more so than WWE, the matches always deliver, which but I still don't know that I would watch any weekly wrestling show anymore. But I mean that Kenny Omega,
Will Ospreay.
yeah, I mean that was a hell of a match. You know, I don't know what else to say about it. It was 45 minutes long. but-
Yeah. Dave
Like-
Meltzer gave it 700 stars or whatever. What
They
do I
have at
put
least
card?
one or two matches every pay-per-view that manage to kind of suck me in and get me
Yeah.
excited. So
Great pull.
yeah, you know it's got to be the two of spades.
I don't have any. I haven't earned any emotes for my
The
entrance
two
yet.
of spades. The two
You just
of
walk out and kind of look nervous a little
Yeah.
bit. Mad King.
I'm just mashing all of the pyro buttons.
That's what they do on the day, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what the.
So is this a throwback to the PS2 games that the heads seem to be too large for the bodies?
I think that's just a stylistic decision.
Yeah, I want to say those games were kind of like that, as were the N64 games were kind of like that because it like kind of lets you see the people's expressions.
I see.
Hey, it's Alex Hirode.
Hello. Which one of you is Zangief?
I am.
Okay.
Brian Swayze wants to know if any of us are into MMA.
I used to watch a little bit, but I haven't watched MMA in a long time. Years at this point.
I used to watch the I used to watch some of that Ultimate Fighter
Ultimate
show.
Fighter?
Yeah. I don't really know why. I don't I don't really enjoy like actual combat sports of any kind all that much, but I don't feel like a strong moral repulsion or anything like that, but I also just I don't care that much what guy is better at punching what other guy or whatever.
I stopped watching all of that stuff when I watched the match in which Ducktooth Kim got killed. I was like, okay, I'm done.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But things are a little different now,
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
but yeah.
Mr. Monster wants to know, compared to No Mercy, how does it fight forever stand? I don't know if he can say that yet, because it's just barely started, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time playing it, so... I'm going to say that the idea...
Presumably it's not going to be as good.
I was going to say, the idea that this game would surpass, arguably the greatest wrestling game in history seems somewhat unlikely.
You talking about SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain?
Any of them, really. That or... I mean, either one, right? That
They're all the same.
That or No Mercy.
Kind of all the same, yeah. But also...
says, hey guys.
Oh no.
Look how sad you are.
I mean, so in the career mode, if you start as a created character, you start with like super duper low stats and stuff. You're just a jobber.
Right.
Block 1A.
Bonus points for
partnership.
Selling it.
The idea is that you kind of start as a jobber and then you get into a tag team probably, and then you probably have some like minor singles success.
All right, so I should go out, Eric, is what you're saying? I should...
mean, yeah.
What is this world map?
I know,
exactly.
This game's visual
go
style.
out.
I should go out and go sightseeing?
You're in Washington, D.C. You should definitely go out sightseeing.
Yeah, I mean, I used to live there, so I...
Yeah, let's see how...
Why? That is not me.
Also, there's a whole bunch of dumbass mini games in this thing as well. I love this. I love this. It's just a fucking photograph of the fucking Lincoln Memorial. It's incredible.
I assume there's no pink available, which is why
A self-described
there was
British
no
bastard
pink
is at the
available.
memorial for one of
That's
the American.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's.
There were no
it's
color
a bad
sliders.
scheme.
Did you already make the Joey Fuchsia joke?
I guess that's
Did-
why I
you
am
should
a
have.
class above you. This writing is just so straight out of 2002. There's a great line from that where you're fighting over a girl with Rey Mysterio and he accuses you of putting salt in his game, which it just was a storyline that would pop up sometimes 2 or 3 different times in a career mode. Sometimes it was Rey Mysterio, sometimes it was Booker T, sometimes it was one and then the other because of the way that they would proc gen the storylines.
That's a hell of a screen right there.
Yeah.
We got to hang out with the bastard Pac in front of the Lincoln Memorial, Joe.
That's
How do
right.
you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm
Do
going to
intense
Disneyland.
training every time.
Good way to blow a hammy.
If you don't, you can get
You
you
gotta
can
work up
actually
to it.
hurt yourself and then be put on the shelf for a while.
Felt that in his quads. Me
My heart
too.
rate is elevated too.
Together workouts allow more skill points.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends
Wow.
yet, though, apparently, so...
Yeah.
Or friends with benefits.
Paulin Rollins Gym in Washington, D.C. That makes sense.
Camaristico says, "Hey guys."
Hey, what's up,
Camaristico.
Camaristico?
Oh, did you say that? Okay.
Yeah,
We're doing it again.
that's right. Double A.
Oh, that's okay. Oh man, Kenny Omega's totally gonna dunk on you, Joe.
Yeah.
The true north.
Toronto.
That's what the shirt says.
There's plenty of opportunity here in AEW. This is just how Kenny Omega speaks in real life, by
Yes,
the way.
yes.
This is
I-
a
I
normal
understood he-
conversation.
Yeah.
I understand he wrote his
Humans.
own dialogue.
I wouldn't be surprised, actually, honestly.
Kenny
Wants to break
Omega
into
was like
media
actually
games.
one of
He
the
was, like,
driving
pretty
forces
instrumental
behind
in the...
yeah. trying to get this game made. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
I don't remember a restaurant called Long Dough in Washington D.C.
you
Never
don't think
went
that's
to
a real
long
place?
dough? Oh my god, the dough there is so long. Oh my god.
Wow. Here's your
Here's your
jumbo,
jumbo
extra long
slice.
slice.
This restaurant can't be that popular because it's fucking empty.
I was saying,
I'm just gonna
They just-
say,
if it's a
I
giant,
lived in the DC area.
It's just a
It's just-
JPEG.
A
It's just
significant part
cardboard
of my
covered in
life.
cheese and pepperoni.
It does not have a trademark pizza.
We're about 2 feet in diameter. We have big.
Oh,
brains.
there's a person. There's
Let's
one
eat.
other person.
I mean, it would be like
Radio,
it would be Lido Pizza, right? That's where they had the
Yes.
Jumbo slice.
giant- jumbo slice.
A long floppy pizza slices that
Lido's
and said,
is
"Hold my oil." What?
Rectangular.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, that's right,
Nobody
Lido.
don't touch anything. I love that the scene is you at a restaurant, and then the tip was the same shot with,
But with a different person.
Powerhouse
It was
Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs,
different
yeah.
restaurant. Like,
That was not a different person, Alex. That was fucking Powerhouse Hobbs. All right.
I don't know.
Well, see, now that I have more energy, I can do intense
work out
training
again.
without getting injured. So now, Alex,
there you
now I will do
Yeah.
the intense
But
training.
your battery, Joe, your battery's gonna negative 39.
You got all carved up. So now
I
you
know your wrench
out.
will increase by 1,000, and obviously all wrestlers need high wrench, but like your battery, dude.
Mr. Monster says, "My tip is always keep your batteries charged before you go to work out. That way you can do the maximum workout every time."
That makes
So
sense.
there you go. You should also
does.
play the mini game. You should do the mini game one because
Chat's got my back here.
Yeah.
We're talking about batteries. You need to go get more batteries.
yeah.
No, dude, because
Here's
wrench
support.
wrench gives me more stuff.
wrenchable.
But battery gives you more wrench. You fool.
Right. In the short term, you invest in batteries, so that long term you can get more wrench.
More wrench.
Yeah.
Anti-air defense, dude. You gotta get your short Yuken going.
You got to get your flat cannon and your ACAC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chain wrestling buff, first attack buff.
I'll take the first. I'm gonna do the first attack buff. That seems.
What's a taupe attack?
tope? Kurt, a tope.
Yeah.
That's where
There
you
is
jump
no
to the
accent.
outside of the
There
ring.
should be a
There's
fucking
no
accent
accent
over
on
that
that
E.
fucking
Jump to
word.
the outside of the ring.
The font pack that they picked.
It's
for this.
It's Spanish. Spanish doesn't use accents, does it?
It
In
does.
their
Sorry.
character?
Excuse me.
It do.
Excuse
It
me.
do.
It do.
Does it
Noted
mean, is it supposed to
linguist
mean
Alex.
Stop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a stop attack?
That's a jump over the top
It's a
rope.
jump over the top
Oh, you
rope.
could've
It's jump
tit
to
for
the
tat.
outside.
This
No,
guy's
I-
tit for tat.
No, I
That's
could
when
not
you
have tit for
put the
tat. I
guy's
didn't have enough.
X.
I didn't have enough wrench for that.
Rookie
Yeah,
mistake.
Mr.
You
I think there may
should've
not be an
stepped
accent.
up.
Mr. Ignore the wrench. Now he's bitching there's not enough wrench.
You can't fall into the trap of going for early wrench. You got to play the long game. Battery equals
Well,
wrench
then-
over time.
The long game is getting tit for tat, is what I'm saying.
Also, nobody tell Joe about Aignes, okay?
Enyes aren't accents. That's not an accent. It's an enye.
I didn't say it was an accent. I just don't want to fight over whether they exist or not.
Yeah,
Camera
he
says says
he
they-
didn't say they were accents. He said we shouldn't tell you about them.
Yeah, see, because I knew it would turn into an argument.
Look at the size of this crowd. I assume that actually is because you're like a jobber at this point. And
Boo.
this game sucks.
This is the guy that Joe watched an hour like 4:45 in his recent live event outing. Where they
Why'd you do that? You could've seen
Yeah,
this.
right.
Rear record 0-1. Damn. Impressive.
Mr.
Sigh when you come
Monster-
out, just like, man, here we go.
So you can take
sad
out
to be there.
I wonder if I have
take out
enough
Eddie
wrench.
Kingston. He's a chump.
He looks like a chump.
He's definitely not a chump.
He
I don't
looks
know,
like
he
that
always
guy that
loses.
played the pirate in Game of Thrones.
Johnny Depp.
Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
Oh, Game of
Thrones.
Thrones. Sorry.
You were on Greyjoy, I believe.
Sure.
I
I watched a little bit of the first season of Game of Thrones, and then
I watched the whole first season.
Okay,
and
how
then
about this? He
never
looks like a
anything
trailer
else.
park boy.
okay, all right, yeah,
Alright,
there you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
better.
yeah, yeah.
Now
That's
now
good.
you're speaking my
Can
language.
you give your
Mike.
character Joe a rum and coke that he holds at all times?
I I don't believe that I can actually.
I'll put the first 2 seasons of Trailer Park Boys up against almost any TV show that's ever been made. Yeah, keep
Next
out
is
of the
Creed.
ring.
Joey Bink is actually outside the hizzle right now. He needs to get back in the ring.
I love
Back
the
in the
tech
ring.
here. That just like I will stand with my back to them and like poke them with the back of my foot.
That's a good
I don't-
move. You should. That'd work in real life.
Yeah, you're trying to get countouts. I mean, you can't win a belt that way, but
It's true. But Eddie Kingston doesn't have a belt right now, so.
it's true. You
And-
just need to
and
get that
And
done.
is a jobber really going to be able to get a belt?
Right.
I mean,
And, like,
you know what, man?
Got to work towards it.
They did it.
It happened to Barry Horowitz.
Not with those moves.
It happened to Santino in his debut match. He won the Intercontinental title.
Uh-oh, Joey Kingston, or wait, what's his name? Eddie Kingston's
Eddie
got the
Kingston.
back against the wall buff.
The Mad
know.
King.
Joey Kinks.
Oh, wait,
That's a
wasn't the
very
Mad
different
King a
character.
guy from Game of Thrones? Is that what you were referencing earlier and I'm just now
Right.
getting it?
Yes.
That's what when
Okay.
Joe disappeared and like Fiend like made his re-debut, he came back as Joey Kinks.
That's
He's a
That
very
was some
different
Sandy
character.
shit. I like it. Do that
He had a
more
rubber
often.
masks,
Yeah.
rubber mask on, and ball gag.
I mean, based on what I know about Joe, it doesn't seem like that much of a stretch.
Yeah.
And he only wrestled Cade matches in green light.
yeah, right.
Pin. Press L to pin.
Mr. Monster says only try to pin your opponents when their health bar says danger. Or if a robot comes out and tells you that there's danger.
I'm not Will Robinson though, so I don't know if that's.
It changes the. It's an
More
AI. It's like
references.
a computer voice that changes based on the character that you picked. So
For more references like these, please watch Nick at Night.
Yeah.
What
Does
if
that
you're
even
playing
exist
time?
anymore? I don't think so.
Hopefully not. If you're playing Time Crisis and there's a tank and it's going to shoot at you and the game says danger.
Action. Here, that's when you do the wrestling shit, Joe. You missed it.
Oh, looks like now's the time.
momentum signature. I don't. Do you still like pose to get your
Yeah. I just did.
your momentum bar up?
Oh, you've taken the lead.
If you're gonna miss your window,
Yeah.
oh there you go.
Kawaii.
Instant replay of the thing you just did.
Alex, I get the sense you haven't watched very much professional wrestling. Or
I
like
mean, that's
sports
the
in
nature
general.
of an
I
instant
would say an
replay.
instant replay implies.
Normally it would be like a Pennzoil picture-in-picture instant replay.
That's
or
right.
whatever.
That's
I mean,
true.
usually there's an
Pensoil
instant.
move of the moment.
That is not that far off from being literally what used to happen a lot in WWE.
Castrol GTX Slam of the Week.
Yes, yo.
I've seen, of course.
And the
there's
slam of the week was often something that you just seen 5 minutes earlier. It's really good.
I have seen enough wrestling from when you've been streaming it recently. Like,
Don't tell anybody that we do that.
oh,
Yeah.
Like
yeah, you're right.
Streaming
That's
wrestling games.
Yeah, with each other, watching together.
Extremely
Yeah,
realistic.
definitely
wrestling games.
not. Yeah.
That we all individually paid for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Never mind. I just forget anything.
This is a slow count.
Yeah, that was a slow
Danger.
count. I got an A for all the moves I used though. So.
Mr. Monster says
But
you can do your signature
sports.
over and over. So you can do it more than one time per, which I think is accurate to how that used to be, right?
Yeah.
That was only a 2-star match, Joe. You gotta pick up your, you gotta get your work rate up a little there, bud.
I'm a jobber, man. I mean, what do you want from me?
But getting back to my point, which is in sports, an instant replay comes during a break. Like something happens and then they stop and then you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like it happens and then they're like now
It's a game,
watch
man. They
it
gotta make it more
literally 2
exciting.
seconds later, you know.
Just wait till you see the fatalities.
Joey Jobber Pink says Nexus Creed.
Now here's a picture of a much
Again.
cooler wrestler.
Again,
Doing the
a
same
picture of
pose.
Joe, and then a picture of someone else doing the exact same thing.
And then the map from like Cruisin' USA.
I love this map. This map is.
It's a pretty good
it's
map.
A+ for me.
You're exhausted from so much air travel. That's
I'm
not
gonna.
how that
I hope
works.
Google Maps implements that so I can use it next time I'm doing some.
You should just be laying on the floor because you're so exhausted, waiting for
Eddie
your
Kingston's
back.
here gonna make fun of you, Joe.
No, he's gonna team with me.
Takes him a while to stop stiffing my clothes and put everything back.
No hard feelings, eh, bitch?
There's one thing that we know about Eddie Kingston is that there's always hard feelings.
There's always hard feelings. with Eddie
that is
Kingston.
extremely
looks-
core to his character.
I don't know anything about this person. Just looking at his face, that seems
Yeah.
accurate.
He's made kind of a living the last 3 or 4
Just being
years on
Mr.
angles about
Crunch.
him having hard feelings about things that happened in the past. So it's made him into one of the most beloved characters in AEW. So
Oh, avocado toast.
Eddie Butthurt Kingston.
Toast
it's
of
not
the
even really a
town.
joke about avocado toast. It's just here's some avocado toast. I don't know.
Oh, Agent 47 is dining in this establishment.
Don't eat that avocado toast. That's one of the signature kills.
You're drinking the same.
A bottle of wine. Yeah.
You're drinking
Aaron.
the same bottle of wine
Not
or
open.
champagne. Yeah, exactly, unopened.
It's
and
just sitting there.
having the same blank like piece of paper that just says menu. Next
I
to
assume
you.
that was olive oil. Am I wrong?
Maybe. Yeah, it
maybe.
could be.
Doing shots, you know.
That's
One for
right.
you and one for your muscles.
Get your fat up.
They
yeah.
prevent you from cheating.
That's a good little pump.
He's not Jungle Boy anymore. He's just Jack Perry now.
This is excruciating.
What? I'd rather.
do you want?
He's Jungle Boy. Shut up.
This is like playing the worst dating sim I've ever seen in my life.
That's a trick. All dating sims are
Spoilers.
the worst dating sim.
That's what makes it so fucking good, man. This is exactly how these games were written in 2002, and it's exactly what I want. I love these fucking pictures of these guys hanging out.
Oh, I'm gonna play a mini game. I'm gonna play the mini game.
Yeah, you should definitely play the mini game because these are extremely good.
BTE
not
mini
the
game
target
challenge. AEW pop quiz.
yeah.
And
Who
by
the fuck
by
is Jeff
extremely good,
Garrison?
I mean they are like Mario Party knockoff level
Oh,
bad.
man.
Also, these guys look super fucked up and not anything like they look in real life.
Minigame. Here's those two guys standing in the same room with a
Right.
lady instead who's wearing a hockey mask.
This game has extremely like early Xbox 360.
User
Like,
interface.
everything is slathered in Crisco.
Wardlow.
Not Wardlow.
No!
Yeah, it's definitely not Wardlow.
Oh, I never thought it was, yeah. I knew that. His cousin Darius from the
Brandon
band.
Cutler.
Hootie and Blowfish.
Thank you. I couldn't actually think of like what Darius Rucker's like band was.
Well, now he's a solo country artist, so.
It's
Yeah.
cousin
Yeah.
Hootie from Darius and the Blowfish.
First time limit draw. No clue.
Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I did it.
Did
I was
you?
gonna say that one. I was gonna say Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin.
Of course you
'Cause
were.
it just I don't know. I just
Failed.
Just picked one.
Failed. I failed the mini game.
Oh, that was just a trivia one. There's some other ones that are.
So
more
apparently
like
there are
RPG
some that you
games.
get if you buy the DLC, like they come with
Dining
is
has
the
a-
exclamation point telling me that I'm supposed to do
Yeah,
that?
go
or
do that. Do it.
I'm-
Do it.
Look how much
Do it.
battery you get.
Yeah, your battery's almost empty. Also, if there's an exclamation point, that means something good's gonna happen. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
okay. Oh, are you sure, huh?
I guarantee it.
More avocado toast.
Asterisk, not a guarantee.
Hello, I was just here for lunch. I would like avocado toast again.
I like
I'm
how
still
you seem
working.
surprised at the thing that you apparently ordered? Question mark.
Right.
There's
Oh, hey,
Agent
it's
47
Riho.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the exclamation point means that there's somebody else hanging out there.
Oh, they're talking about anime, Alex. This is your new favorite game.
Were you one of those girls running out of her house with a piece of toast hanging out of her mouth? But obviously.
What?
I hope she has toast hanging out of her mouth in this
Nah,
picture.
I forgot to inform you.
Oh, boo.
Also, that is a really poor Riho.
Yeah. I really like this whole thing where it's just like, hello, I'm out on the town, and you are just an AEW person. Hello, yes, I am also here at the one restaurant in Los Angeles.
I also like the
Shall we
famous
take a
avocado
photo?
toast.
Yeah, it's LA. The only thing they serve at all the restaurants in LA is avocado toast.
No, he went to the same restaurant and ordered the same thing.
No,
at
it was
the
a
same
different
day.
restaurant. It was
No,
a
it
different
wasn't. It
restaurant.
was
Just
the
everybody
same
looks the
one.
same. No, that's what I'm saying, man. Is it's just they're all the same there. Camarisco wants to know if we've been watching this season of Dark Side of the Ring. I didn't know there was new episodes.
I haven't
yet.
actually watched any of the new.
Let's. Who's
I know
Dark
Chris
Side?
Candido was the debut episode.
If you start
it-
watching this
do they have
season while
footage?
you put on Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it's all fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Syncs up perfectly.
Do they have footage of him feasting on Mick Foley's 2 giant Cheetos?
I mean, I would hope so.
Finally the tape released? Oh yeah, Chris and Tammy,
What's an Irish whip?
Chris Cantino and
An
Sonny,
Irish whip is where
Magnum
you
TA,
throw someone into the ropes.
Eddie Graham and Mike Graham, the original Doink the Clown, Junkyard
DP,
Dog.
Get the dragon. Get the Shoryuken.
Get the Shoryuken? What?
Just anti-air defense. What else would that
Gimmick
be?
infringement.
Hey, get the DP. You. Oh my god.
Joe's gonna
This guy
pick
just-
Kip up because he's a fucking Shawn Michaels mark.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Oh, dude, go back to that guy hugging the giant Cheerio. Like, what was that?
No, that's
That
a giant
guy-
Sonic. It's the Sonic ring that leads to the bonus stage, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, it did look like a Sonic
It's
ring.
there. Yeah, that was one of the first things that they did was they had a ladder match where they just put a giant Sonic ring above the ring and
The
then
ladder,
had the guys fight above it for it.
Because they were gonna grab the brass ring, you see, and then everybody joked that it looked like a Sonic
Anyway,
ring.
other episodes of Dark Side of the Ring: Adrian Adonis, the backstage dispute between Vince Russo and Hulk Hogan at Bash of the Beach 2000.
There's a whole episode about just that, huh?
I mean, that might be a good one. Abdullah the Butcher, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Marty Jannetty.
Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, huh?
I mean,
Have you watched any of them, Camaristico? If you, I'm pretty curious about the Chris Candido and Sonny one.
you just want to know if he feasts on Mick Foley's two
I
giant
really do.
Cheetos.
I really do want to know. Oh man, now I'm looking at the card for Bash at the Beach 2000. I just feel really bad.
It's a fucking nightmare, if I remember correctly.
Lieutenant Loco defeated Juventud Guerrera.
Who? Hang on.
Big
Who in-
Vito beat Norman Smiley and Ralphus for the Hardcore Championship.
Norman Smiley, please.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. He was in his French period at that point. Daphne defeated Miss Hancock.
Did you have a hunger for Unger, Eric?
Oh, God. Chronic defeated The Perfect Event. So that's Brian Adams and Brian Clark beat Sean
Versus Sean
Stasiak and Chuck
and
Palumbo.
Chuck Palumbo.
Between albums.
Yeah, Chris Canyon beat Booker T. That might be all right. That might be a watchable match.
That's the one. That's the one watchable match.
2000s Mike Awesome defeated 2000 Scott Steiner.
That sounds like
can I
a
read the
goddamn
next one?
nightmare.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Favorite.
Why would you want to read this one?
Because Vampiro defeated
Vampiro.
the Demon. Sorry, Vampiro defeated the Demon in a graveyard match.
The Demon Dale Torborg, baby.
Yeah, so the Demon is a guy whose name is Dale Torborg, as Joe said, and he also played.
I'm sorry.
So in the mid '90s, when WWF was doing all these dumb guy is like a worker, like a
job
he's
gimmicks.
a garbage man, but he wrestles, or a
plumber,
he's an ex-convict, but he
yeah.
wrestles. Dale Torborg played a character called MVP, who was like an ex-baseball player that wrestled, but he also painted his face to look like a baseball for some reason.
He was like, he did like the baseball Furies and.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
In the Warriors.
In the Warriors. Yeah. Also, Knuckleball Abe Schwartz also did that. There were two.
Well, here's why. It says he played baseball, like in college. Okay, that makes sense.
But not to be confused with MVP, who's a different and much better character.
Yeah, different MVP.
Yeah. Montel Vontavious Porter, who's. It's actually hard to find pictures of MVP, the baseball character, because
it's all the
existence of the other guy. But
Cameron Restogo says Chris Candide was good. Not sure I saw anything about Cheetos though. It said I've seen the ones that came out. Doink was entertaining. JYD was good. Did not know he was a crackhead. The Grams was sad.
I mean, most of them are sad, in some way or another.
Oh no, that wasn't the WWE MVP. I'm sorry, that was Steve Lombardi.
That was Knuckleball Abe Schwartz. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, the demon was the Kiss Demon. So it was Dale Torborg, the wrestler, dressed up like Gene Simmons, the member of Kiss.
Yeah, except they couldn't. They tried that, but then they couldn't do it because they lost the rights to it. Great. Anyway, professional wrestling, everyone.
Well, also because Kiss is fairly business savvy. If you say nothing else about them, they inked a deal where they guaranteed that the Kiss Demon wrestler would have to have one main event, which it was what resulted in there being like in the middle of a pay-per-view, a special main event attraction match that happened at like the halfway mark of the show, so they could honor. So dumb.
Well, what's happening here?
This was in 2000, also, by the way. This wasn't something that happened
Is that
1987. Danhausen is not in this game.
No, he's DLC.
One of the first
he's DLC. Yeah.
There was that picture that was just shown. There was a dude with his hands in front of his face, but it looked like he had white face paint on.
That's Sting.
Okay.
Anyway, finish that card. Shane Douglas beat Buff Bagwell. That's 2000. Shane Douglas defeated 2000 Buff Bagwell.
That was the main event.
Hogan beat Jeff Jarrett, and then all the shit happened, and then Goldberg beat Kevin Nash, and then Booker T beat Jeff Jarrett for the championship. So was about as close as they ever came to making a good decision.
This restaurant looks different.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is Agent 47 not hanging out? In this
He's
one?
not.
No,
He's
it's
not.
empty. He killed the person.
Yeah,
I really do like that really low res JPEG that is supposed to be
Creamy and spicy is guaranteed to have you running for more, is what just showed up on screen. Oh, dude, it's that guy.
I saw he's enjoying some Tex-Mex and wanted to talk to you. Remember, next time that you're at like Taco Bell or something, you should walk up to somebody and say, "I see you're enjoying some Tex-Mex, so I wanted to come over and talk to you."
What if they don't look like they're enjoying themselves?
Also, do you have to be wearing the mask at the time?
Look, man, I'm just in an empty restaurant eating a burrito or like enchilada, okay?
Night one says Jeff Jarrett did the laydown against Hogan.
Yeah.
You get out of here,
That
Rey
shows
Mysterio Jr. the second.
Mess.
That's Ray Phoenix. Come on.
Yeah, dude, that's what I said.
It's a different Ray, Alex.
No, it's not. They're related. Anybody who's named Ray and is a luchador is related.
There's Ray Mysterio. There's Ray Phoenix. There's Reykjavik. There's
right.
Ray Tracing.
There's Ray Trailer.
Right.
There's Ray the Ghostbuster.
It's Ray Romano.
Right, and they're all related.
Yeah, and they're all related.
And they're all
You're
luchadors.
right. I'm sorry. They're all brothers.
Like, whatever, man. I thought you knew about wrestling.
Don't miss the match, Texas.
There's not even anybody sitting at the. There's not even anybody sitting at the fucking announce table behind you. You're just practicing.
It's just a Wildcat press conference.
Yeah.
They didn't show the audience. We don't know if there was anybody out there either.
That's true.
It's me, Blue and Normal Man.
And get separate.
That's the natural
Hotel
Dustin
room.
Rhodes, Alex. Come on.
That's what I said. Blue and Normal Man. Like, you're not even listening. Joe doesn't know about wrestling either, apparently.
Yeah,
You guys are-
his father was in Blue Man Group, but his mom was just from
Mother was
Oklahoma.
just normal.
No, come on, Alex. You know his father was wrestling great, Dusty Rhodes.
I know that name. You've told
Yeah.
me it and done this impression. And I think I've seen YouTube clips. I think. I kind of expected Joe to jump in with this Dusty Rhodes impersonation, but it didn't happen. Because pretty much any time anybody says Dusty Rhodes, Joe just starts doing it.
Now you're performing
Get
Monkey,
the
Alex.
Get the DP. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm saying it's just that's how it's traditionally happened. Get the
Okay,
anti-air
alright. I got the
defense.
anti-air, Alex. Are you happy
If they
now?
jump at you, yeah, I am. If they jump at you, you're gonna be glad that you took this.
Camera
I would-
says one Ray is just that much more mysterious than the other.
Yeah,
True.
Accurate.
and one the legendary Firebird.
That's
obviously.
right. One is the king of the Firebirds, and one is the mysterious king.
Except it's spelled like the Final Fantasy VI version of that, so it's like the drugstore knockoff version.
He gets multiple camera angles now.
Wow,
It's moving up.
what happens when you win a couple matches?
Yeah. Also, Eddie bitched backstage.
Yeah,
It was making him look bad that his partner was.
He was like, I need a bunch of
No
fire and
pyro.
explosives to
I like
come off.
I wish every game had a perimeter fog button.
Yeah.
Joe, you're not. There's definitely not enough perimeter fog going on.
Alright, that's
Paul White, who the famous aisle is named after.
Well,
Oh, you're doing that. I just
Yeah, look,
didn't even
Paul?
notice that.
Yeah.
Needs more blast field, dude.
Uh-oh. I don't know if this is gonna come through on the through on the stream or not, but
I don't know. The Big Show never actually wrestled for AEW, right? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I heard it. But I don't know. Probably won't come through on the stream.
Are you sure about that?
I don't. Is he still even in AEW? Joe, do you know?
yeah, I think he technically is, yes.
'Cause I feel like they made a big deal when he showed up, and then
Well, I mean, he
saw him
was
again.
he was already retired, right? So there was
Yeah.
no way that.
But I kind of thought he would have some kind of on-screen presence of some kind.
Oh, you know what? I think he does commentary on like the YouTube show.
Apparently, he did have a match. He beat QT Marshall at all out. So
I mean, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
I have no idea. This doesn't really say much about what he's doing now.
Because he had the Shaq match, right? Wasn't it like him and Cody? Or no, he wasn't. He didn't have the Shaq match. That was the thing WWE was gonna do, and then it was Cody and Red Velvet versus Shaq and.
Attention. I have an announcement. I rewound the live stream. I muted chat, so if you said anything to me, I didn't hear it. I muted it. Your soundboard does come through on the YouTube video.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
There you go.
So feel free to do dumb shit.
So if I do this,
I don't know. I didn't test if your soundboard comes through. I tested if Joe's soundboard.
Oh,
my soundboard only has one button.
Which
That's-
is
Yeah.
Oh no, I got anti-aired by Sting.
dude, you fucked up. You had the tools. You just didn't know how to use them.
Well, no, nobody
you got
tried
it.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah,
I
yeah.
apologize.
No,
I
now
Sting
it's just
followed your advice earlier
yeah.
than Joe did, so
Oh.
now he's showing Joe what could have been.
Oh, don't try to body slam the Big Show. What's wrong with you?
I mean, you're the one inputting
You're
the
the one
buttons.
doing it.
Well,
It was pretty funny to see you try to pick him up and just be like, "Oh fuck,
That's so heavy.
he's so Big Show."
He just roundhouse kicks you in the head. Do they do that in wrestling matches?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
sometimes that's a guy's whole finisher.
Have you ever seen an Asuka match? She kicks a lot of
That's-
people in the face.
Okay.
Also, she's one of my favorite wrestlers.
She's pretty
Two
good.
people have ever kicked people in the face better than Asuka.
She's very good at kicking people in the face.
All right.
Is her
So
last
did I-
name Meyer?
What was that?
Is her
Did
last
I-
name Meyer?
All right, I'm gonna watch a bit of this Asuka roundhouse kick compilation
Okay, there you go.
so that I can be educated on the subject.
I'm
Also-
also gonna do that. Oscar roundhouse kick. Yes, thank you.
They
Google.
change the
Or
camera angle every time she does it. Oh, okay, that time they did.
Thank you, wrestling fan crew at www.youtube.com.
How is Asuka spelled?
A-U-S.
A-S-U-K.
A-S-U-K-A, sorry.
Like USA, but messed up,
Yep.
and then KA.
You guys want to just reverse roundhouse kicks?
I was gonna say that's like all this thing is like reverse. It's not normal roundhouse kicks.
So, Joe, in your professional opinion, how exactly does she land that so that did it hit the shoulder or
Her hand up
If you-
most of the time.
Usually you
She
want to
can't
try to
actually
hit the
roundhouse
neck.
someone in the head?
Yeah, you're kind of
Really?
you're kind of aiming for the sinewy part of the side of the neck is usually kind of what
Yeah.
you're targeting.
That's why
Sometimes
they
she's, like,
their
bending her
hand.
knee,
It's
too,
why
but,
they're
like-
yeah, and also that's why they always put their hand
hand
kind of goes. It's kind of like they kind of hide it by like making it look like they're flailing after the fact, but they always, if you watch, their hand kind of goes up towards her face before she hits it most of the time.
Yeah. Or no,
But, I
Eddie,
mean,
don't try to lift
That's
up
why
the Big
she's
Show.
one of the best, because she does it and it looks good and she doesn't hurt people very often. If you want to watch a compilation of RVD doing these kind of kicks, then you'll see a lot of people just straight out get fucking kicked in the face because he was a potato master and just kicked people in the head a lot.
Is potato master a wrestling term, or is it just?
Well, potato is
Potato is when you
somebody-
stiff somebody.
kick-
It's called a potato.
Yeah, kicks or
Okay.
punches somebody
Okay,
for real, for real.
got it.
Nobody likes a potato master.
No, it's a bad thing. I don't know if
But
Potato
Metallica
Master
made
is
that
one
album
of
about
them.
them.
Yeah. Master of potatoes. I'm
Oh boy.
crinkling your fries. You lost. This is how a feud begins. This is such a fucking good map. I can't believe it.
Eric made me choke on my water.
Yeah, this is a 3+ minute video of just Asuka just doing the kick over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
That's what I wanted to see.
She's great. I love
Yeah.
Asuka.
One of the few wrestlers who I know who they are.
She also has some really good gardening videos on her Twitter.
That's
Nice.
right.
Let's support this.
Asuka is one of my favorite wrestlers and also one of my favorite people in wrestling.
That's saying something.
Yeah. Is it?
Oh, you're injured.
Oh no!
I hurt myself.
You should have
Didn't
had
know
some.
What
about
happens when
Comatose.
you push
Yeah.
for too much battery?
I would have simply not have hurt myself if I were in that situation.
Alex is once again espousing the.
That's a
get-
serious challenge by a dangerous opponent. You want me? You got me.
Also an appointment.
Oh man.
Dark challenges? Well, this is on the stick after dark, so.
Go out. Go sightseeing. Do it.
I need my battery's too low, man.
No, you have
Except
to
the
go.
dark
No,
challenge.
do it. You have to
You
do
have
it,
to go.
Joe.
You
Doesn't
have
the
to go.
sightseeing give you battery?
Yeah, go do it. If you don't,
No,
you
he-
motherfucker.
I'd already
We're
made the
on a
decision by the
stream.
time you were
We're
saying.
we're on a stream having fun, and you picked the bad one. Jesus
Let's
Christ,
eat.
man.
So, like, every time you meet
Gator.
Joe, do you say out loud, let's eat to an empty restaurant?
I mean, this game was
I
made by
mean-
Japanese people, so it's probably
you missed
Not
it.
always empty.
You missed it. You
Itadakimasu.
could have hung out. You could have hung out with a cool wrestler in Jacksonville and got a fun picture.
Maybe
but
it wouldn't have
instead
been a
you
cool.
ate.
Maybe it wouldn't have been a cool wrestler.
That
You don't
fucking
know that.
picture.
American Football Stadium, JPEG Stadium.
Oh man. I will never know who would have been there hanging out.
You'll never know.
This Joe doesn't fucking know how to play video games.
Could have been the Iron Sheik. You don't know.
Oh man,
It was-
Can you imagine?
That would be.
He might have broke your back and made you humble.
Yeah.
I'm already injured, Eric. I don't need a broken back and to be made humble.
But you just talked about being the best of the best.
That's a
You're not
serious
that humble.
challenge from a dangerous opponent.
Press the blast field button.
He doesn't.
Oh,
He
you-
doesn't have it.
You don't have blast
Now
field,
do it.
dog?
No,
Now
fuck
do it.
Blastfield. It's all about perimeter fog.
I was giving you
that
perimeter
would be-
fog,
that would be
Eric.
what
I
I
was
would-
giving you all the perimeter fog
Yeah.
you can handle.
How much of this game do you have to play for you to get perimeter fog?
I don't know. I really want to know what do I have to do to get effects?
First attack buff.
Let me Google real quick what the TTPF for this game is. Time 2 perimeter fog.
What's the best perimeter fog build for
Yeah, yeah.
AEW?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I went blast field. That's what, like, that felt really strong to me.
Yeah,
but
but then we played multiplayer and you saw my perimeter fog build and then decided
Right,
that you
right.
were going to try it out.
But
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Yeah, you
just,
need
it
to
feels like
respec.
so much work. You
You
know
gotta
what
go
I mean?
see
It's
Tony
like,
Khan to respect.
You have to
like,
go see
I'm-
that weird lady in the wizard tower and she calls you a sweeting.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to give her a small, like,
Huh,
baby.
gelatinous.
Like, I don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you have to do that. Who's this guy? He looks like a baby.
Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, that's kind of how he looks.
Son of Shay.
I
You
mean,
shouldn't
just-
be beating up a baby Joe.
Ooh, I like your moves.
Was the one where he kicked him, or
No, where he just like stopped what he was doing to like shake his hips and go like, ooh, yeah. Hey, just flexed. Now you're Zangief. I'm into it. Now you're getting your... Okay, no, you're good.
Leg damage.
Danger. There you go.
He's still kicked out though. It's dirty so and so.
he shouldn't have stopped to taunt. It's a rookie mistake.
Just a little silly that looks.
What?
Just that you've done it like 3 times, like all in a row. I mean, I haven't watched that much professional wrestling, but like I feel like they don't just do the same one move to like flaunt to the crowd over and over, you know?
I mean, it depends on.
Rick Rude did,
Yeah, I would say it depends on who they are.
and how good their taunt is.
I mean, Hulk Hogan did the same 3 taunts for 30 years.
But he's got 3. He can rotate.
But he didn't. He just did all of them.
No, but he can rotate the order with which he does them.
Yeah,
I don't know if he actually
sometimes
did,
you start by swirling your arm around and putting your hand to your ear. Sometimes you start with, like a 2-arm flex. Sometimes a 1-arm flex. Yeah, there's all kinds of different stuff you can do.
Got him.
He needs to
He
get
didn't
some
have anti-air
anti-air.
defense.
Yeah. Seems like of all the guys he wrestled so far, this is the one where you might get to use that.
The look on his face when he pushed you off was pretty good. Just like, hey! Why is he posing? He's getting his ass kicked.
He's trying to get his whatever meter back up.
Oh, okay.
It's like a momentum meter instead of like a life bar. That's kind of the thing that sets these games apart from a lot of the other wrestling games.
Okay, got it. Desperation impulse.
How dare you?
Skill issue, can't map hard enough.
I don't. Is that Sammy Guevara or is it John Leguizamo?
It's the eternal question.
Yeah.
I saw
2.99
from Romeo plus Juliet today. Then I just forgotten about that movie, and someone showed it to me, and I was like, oh man. I was on Twitter, they didn't show it to me, but someone retweeted it. That movie sucks.
What?
I don't like it. No, but it is funny. Where they're just like, what's that?
They didn't just post the whole movie to Twitter?
I mean, they probably could at this point.
Sorry, that's the thing people have been doing lately is just posting like 2-hour movie files.
Because there's no limit on video length on Twitter. Well, it used to be you had to post it like 15 seconds at a time, right? And then like 2 minutes at a time, and then whatever. Now you can just post the whole thing.
I don't. I mean, you just can't. I can't see tweets unless they're embedded in Discord now. So.
Right, all right.
Well, you won't have to see anyone's tweets much longer.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh no! Apparently now I can again. Now they have turned on.
Yeah, they turned it. They switched that off.
I don't know. Did you guys read that article about how they were like DDoSing themselves because the thing they implemented was so broken?
Yeah.
Great. It's incredible stuff.
Good. Real good shit. Real brain trust over Twitter there.
Look.
These boys will be my brain trust.
What we're going to do is we're going to have this online social media thing, and it's going to be fueled primarily by advertisements and advertisers. Also, you can only look at a limited amount of stuff a day.
Yeah.
What?
That will make this space very, very appealing to advertisers.
Yeah, because if there's one thing advertisers like, it's less people, Alex, but it's more people who care more about seeing it. You know?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just want any unclean eyeballs looking at your advertisements.
I saw a thing today that was like Twitter Blue, like people are like canceling their subscriptions, and it's like,
why did people sign up for their subscriptions in the first place?
Well,
what is wrong
because
with
the
people?
fool and their money are soon parted, Eric.
Yeah. But and they was sort of going into like the rationale of why, and it's sort of like it's like people thought that if they paid for it, people would like their tweets and they'd be popular, but then they realized that like
their tweets are just bad. Right.
Their tweets are just bad. Yeah, and I was like, that's really funny to me. Are you fighting Kingston? You are. Why did you guys break up?
Because we lost.
How it always goes. You can tell this is a real serious fight because Joe's got his street clothes on.
That's right.
It's a Tope attack buff. Oh, you kipped up.
I did.
All the wrestling terms are I've
Man,
learned
Alex is ready for his tryout to be a new announcer.
Oh, he did a kick into a push him a lot into a knee.
Now you sound kind of like. Now you have you got a little Gorilla Monsoon thing going on here. Can you make up like a weird medical sounding term for somebody getting kicked in the groin?
No, you can't make it up though. It has to be like a real.
Rhinitis.
Yeah.
You have to talk about his patella and his,
Yeah.
Oh, so actual.
Oh yeah. Hit him right there on that external occipital protuberance. The what monsoon? That little bump on the back of your head, Jess.
What do you think, Joe? How does it feel?
I mean, it feels
really
pretty
had
good.
Sum up of your
I
feelings
mean,
on how it
it's
actually plays
right
so
now. I'm such a low, like my stats are so garbage. It's hard. Like right now, I can't get a move off because my stats suck ass, and he just keeps spamming
Slamming
the
your head
same
in the
thing
ring.
against me over and over. But yeah, I mean, it feels pretty good. It definitely moves at a faster pace than No Mercy, which makes it feel not like No Mercy, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
probably okay though, right? Sometimes those
Yeah.
No Mercy matches could go a long time, especially if you're playing against somebody that was kind of evenly matched with you.
right.
Since there was no health meter, since it was just that momentum bar, it was like sometimes the matches could go on for a long time. Although I don't know, it's possible that like in PvP stuff in this, when you get
Yeah,
online,
there is that stuff. So once I'm done with this this is my first pay-per-view. So once I'm done with the pay-per-view match, I think we'll probably wind it down.
Mm-hmm. Defender kick out buff.
Oh! Look at that. First pay-per-view match out.
Oh,
What a victory.
nice.
And injured, no less.
Oh, you fucked
Wow.
him up?
No, I'm injured. I won.
You're
I'm
the
injured
new
and I
Cody
still won.
Rhodes.
So, yeah, right.
Boy, that was a hell of a story.
Yeah. A hard-fought battle. I expected nothing less from these warriors.
Boy, did they come out to play tonight. Oh no, he was the one that stole your luggage the whole time.
Can't believe it.
Do you get to do like a quick time choice here?
I didn't get... No, I was kind of hoping I would, but I did not.
He's gonna put you in a choke slam. Oh, okay. There you
I'm
go.
pretty sure that
The
whole
opposite.
scene was right out of SmackDown. Here comes the
Yeah,
Pain.
right. Oh, I have no battery left. All right, so yeah, that's
Looks like
AEW.
game.
That's AEW Fight Forever. I mean, I think it's pretty good. Again, like No Mercy and Here Comes the Pain are sort of these singular things that it's hard to match up to, but I mean, it's pretty good. I'm
I mean,
enjoying
they're
it
not
more
singular.
than
There's actually like a million of those.
Are
Those just
are
kind of
there
like the high points of their respective takes on that type of wrestling game? There's how many N64 wrestling games that are all kind of exactly the same. It's just No Mercy's like the high point of those.
Right, there's 6 of them, but
there's a million of those PlayStation 2 wrestling games.
there are, but those are like far and away the best ones, right? Pretty much universally agreed on that those two are, the best of their.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of like ones that are not quite that good.
Right.
There's been a lot of those. It's just been a while since there's been a wrestling game that seemed even. Those new WWE games have been pretty bad.
I like the last one that I played was 2K18 or 2K17, and I thought it was like okay. But that was also when Ukes was still doing it. Like, I don't think I've played any of the ones that Visual Concepts has done. So, I guess I can't really speak to that. But...
I heard that new one wasn't quite as bad as.
Yeah, I heard it was
the last few years.
I heard the last one and the current one were both pretty decent, but I haven't played them. So, but yeah, we'll be back next week with something else.
Either Dave the Diver or the new game by the Danganronpa team, probably.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.